Thank you all for joining us. This is going to be the virtual tour of the Pikes Peak Community College bookstore. We've got a lot of new exciting things that we wanted to reach out to you about, including new product offerings on our website. And one of the most exciting things, besides the PPE equipment that we have and the things that we have in place as far as protecting you guys, is going to be our new clothing lines. We have some really exciting new clothing lines to show you guys. Anything you see in this video that is not on our website currently, certainly just let us know, and we can you can just add it in the order comments and we'll do our best to fill those orders. But we do have a new line of Nike, both in shirts, pants, as well as in sweatshirts. Some new exciting fun things to pick up to show your school pride. Along with that is some new backpack lines. We have a new North Face line with over 100 different options. And then, of course, we have all of our textbooks in the back, and we'll go over kind of how to go about that here later on in the video and kind of show you guys step by step what you need to do when you come in to visit us. One of the major things that we've added is our program uniforms, which is going to be located in our front corner. Our program uniforms are going to be for pretty much all of the programs that we have going on that are requiring any type of uniform. We'll show you a little bit about what those look like here in just a moment. But we have everything from snacks in case you get hungry, to headphones, and some really exciting new technology options that we'll show you here in a minute. Here is some of the program uniforms that I was just speaking about. We've hung up just a couple for you guys to take a look at. And then I'm going to introduce you here to Laurel, and she's going to speak to us a little bit about OER and some things going on.
Hi, thank you for joining us on our virtual tour of the bookstore. For those of you that are at home, we want to encourage you to still shop online. We've added a ton of special things into the online website. It's ppcbookstore.com, and you can do all your shopping from home, and then we can ship it directly to you. So you have the opportunity to get everything you need and not have to leave the safety or security of your home. One thing we increased a lot of this year is your faculty have selected what's called OER, or Open Education Resource titles. Those are free PDF or linked materials that are in your classroom. For your convenience, if you are one of those folks that likes it printed so that you can highlight and take your notes, we do have printed copies available for you to purchase. So if you see OER in the title of your book, that's what that means. We want to just point out we spiral bind them and everything like that at the best price that we can get it for you. I also grabbed one from last semester here, and you notice this one's used. So if this is something that you do buy, it's often something that we will buy back as a buyback at the end of the semester, and then you can sell it to your colleagues and your classmates next semester at a used discounted rate. So that's kind of a win-win for everyone. So we want to point that out and encourage you to use that. Ryan and I wanted to highlight some of our favorite new items this fall. This is one of my favorite sweatshirts by CI Sport. We also, as Ryan mentioned, had quite a few cutesy little Nike t-shirts and sweatshirts, as well as, this is one of my other favorites. This is a super soft t-shirt. It feels like cotton balls, and so it's super soft. So we really have a little bit of something for everybody. We have tons of program-specific materials. A good share of that is loaded on the website, as well as in store. We have some fun new water bottles to keep yourself hydrated. Our Colorado altitude always needs a little bit of water to stay hydrated. A few other items that we want to point out and share with you that we have that you might not know is we do stock laptops here at the bookstore. Your financial aid will cover one laptop per academic year as long as you have enough financial aid to cover it. We can help you authorize and get that approved. We do stock several laptops, so we can help you get that added to your semester and get you started on a laptop if that's something that you need. But we do stock a lot of them, and we have a good selection. A few other things that we like to point out is we have Not only books for Pikes Peak Community College, but we also have books for CCC Online. And if you're watching us from potentially Lamar, we're also doing textbooks for Lamar Community College this year. So hello, Lamar. When you do shop online with us, one thing we like to point out or save you a little bit of money is if you live in the state of Colorado, go ahead and select ground as your shipping method. Ground in the state of Colorado will all go next day regardless of if you pay the extra or not. So we try to cycle it back for you to ground, save you a little bit of money, but just keep in mind that we try our best to get it out as quickly as possible. We do use financial aid here at the bookstore, and you can use financial aid on the website.
So, speaking of financial aid, when you come in after you get your books, one of the things that will help get our lines moving a little bit better, you'll see the checkout sign, and it does illustrate to have your photo ID ready, as well as your student number. So if you have that handy, it makes it really quick to get through the line, and helps us keep everybody moving and maintain our social distancing. Some new exciting stuff is our PPCC Bookstore webpage. We've added quite a bit of content. And
Ryan and I wanted to take a minute to kind of show you some tricks and tips on using the website. So if you go to ppcbookstore.com, and when you select your books, pick course materials, and then you can do buy or rent textbooks, and then you select your campus, first of all. So let's say we select Centennial. When we do that, we can add multiple books on our list in one shot. That's a trick a lot of people don't catch on to. So you see I added Business 181. Let's put a carpentry book on there. I'm going to put a whole bunch of different books on there. So see, I added 3 different classes so that it's going to find all of those at one time. So I have 3 different classes. That's kind of a random selection of courses. So really, I don't know what my major is going to be. And so once you do that, then it will bring up and it will show things like this first one for Business 181. It says that there's no textbook for that. So we do mark that in the sections and identify when there's no textbook so that you know that we're not just missing it, that we have we're checking it for you. Well, then when we go down to the Biology 111 here, you notice that they make a note that you can choose one or the other. And you don't need both, you can just choose one or the other. And so all you do for your order is change your quantity, and then add it to purchase, and it goes into your shopping cart. And then we go from there. When you're using our cart, I have a user account created for me. But if you don't, you want to create an account. You want to start with putting in your email and password and things like that. The reason I want to show you this is when you go through and you go down and you created your account, your next step will be in your pay method. If you do want to use financial aid, it's important to go through and enter your S number, because it needs your S number to assign it to your financial aid, and then it will go from there. We are doing our best to keep orders up to date and responding as quickly as possible with orders. Our goal is always to have everything in your hand the first day of class, so we'll do our best to get everything taken care of. Ryan, do we have any questions that have come through?
Nothing as of yet. If anybody does have any questions, certainly type in the comment box. I can see everybody out there, so certainly feel free to speak up if you do have any questions. If not, I'm going to kind of continue on and give you guys a quick little tour of how to go about selecting your books. We do have some signage that's posted around on how to go about that, but you will see we have signage like this that says, "Are you taking a class online?" And it talks about how to read your schedule and how to find your book specifically. Everything is all alphabetical, so we actually start with the A section right here, move all the way around along the back wall, and you'll see it goes all the way to M, and then basically zigzags up the center aisles. If you are taking a CCC online course, we actually have one gondola, which is right here, that's dedicated to that in particular, and we have signage again to help you read your schedule to determine exactly what book that you're going to need. Alright, so if we take a close look, you'll see the department is going to be right here, GO 112. And then in this case, all sections are going to be using the same book. So depending on whatever section you're in, you'll be able to tell which books you need. Next to it is going to be your REQ, which stands for required, or ALT, which is alternative. Anything that is required, you do have to get for the course. Every once in a while, you will see a choice. If you see choice, that basically means it's still required, but you do have to pick one.
You notice on this tag here, we also have this title is available to rent in new or used format. So you have really 4 purchasing options available for this one textbook. And so we do have tons of fun options available.
Absolutely. So just a quick glance around. Wanted to make sure that you guys also saw, obviously we do sell laptops, that we do have quite a bit of supplies as well. This is the nursing supplies, and then we do have some 2 pocket folders that are stamped, and all of our paper and writing supplies.
If you are looking for nursing supplies, the Rampart campus has a full selection of the nursing materials, especially the uniforms. All of the uniforms for nursing and medical sciences are available at the Rampart campus. We have a few things here that have classes at Centennial, but mostly if you're looking for a nursing uniform, you want to stop in at the Rampart campus.
Perfect, thank you, Laura. Some other exciting things, like she said, new water bottles to keep you guys hydrated. We have lots of notebooks, 1, 2, 3, 5 subject notebooks, and all kinds of supplies that you will need for the upcoming semester, including the dreaded pencils, pens, highlighters. We try to make it as easy as possible by offering a wide selection that meets everybody's budget. When you come in from the bookstore in the front, you'll actually walk in when you come to pick up your web order, and you will see web order pickup here in the back corner. This is where you'll come and actually meet somebody at the counter to pick up your web orders. We try to make it as easy as possible so you don't have to stand in line in the front with everyone else checking out. So it's just pretty much show your ID, come on in, and we'll get you your order, and you should be good to go shortly thereafter. Excellent. Oh, you're having trouble hearing. I'm sorry, we are wearing masks here. I do apologize. You get your student ID from Student Life. If you don't have a student ID, you can still use your financial aid. All you'll need to do is just present your driver's license and your S number, and we can certainly get you taken care of as well. Is there any other questions?
Okay, that's our tour for today. We appreciate everybody's checking us out. You can feel free to post comments in here, and Ryan will continue to monitor the comments, or you can call the bookstore, and we can try to answer your questions as best we can. And we look forward to a happy fall semester. We are open, as you can see. We have some customers down here today. The downtown bookstore will be open again in the fall when the campus opens, but both campus stores are open and doing regular business hours. So thank you very much, and have a great semester.